Chapter 2. A Secret Shared. Taylor stared at Buster, who was now looking at him with curious, half-lidded eyes. Dreaming about squirrels, huh? Taylor thought, sending the message to Buster. Buster's tail thumped a little harder. His thought voice, still a bit sleepy, echoed in Taylor's head. Always, little human. And belly rubs. Are we going for a walk now? My legs are getting stiff from all this dream chasing. Taylor felt a giddy whoosh of excitement. It wasn't a trick. He had thought to Nutkin, and Nutkin had done it. He had thought to Buster, and Buster had heard him clear as day. It was real. He could truly communicate with animals. He spent the rest of the afternoon in a joyful daze, walking around the backyard like he was exploring a brand new world. He tried talking to everything. The small, buzzing bumblebee working on a flower understood his thought. "You're doing a great job," and sent back a sleepy, contented hum. The grumpy garden toad beneath the hydrangeas blinked slowly when Taylor thought, "Hello, Mr. Toad," and a deep, rumbling thought voice replied, "Quiet. Hunting." Each time, the same amazing thing happened. He thought it, and they understood. It wasn't like they spoke back in words, but their feelings, their needs, their simple thoughts were perfectly clear in his mind. It was like he had a special antenna that picked up their secret radio station. The sun began to set, painting the sky in fiery oranges and soft purples. Taylor knew he had to keep this a secret. Who would believe him? His parents, kind as they were, would probably just tell him he had a great imagination. The kids at school? They'd definitely laugh. This was his, and his alone. But having such a big secret also felt a little lonely. The next few days were a blur of testing his new gift. He learned so much. Squirrels, he found, were mostly concerned with food and territory, and they were surprisingly good at gossip about who was building what nest where. Birds were cheerful and flighty, but they had a sharp eye for anything new or different. Cats were surprisingly deep thinkers, often pondering the mysteries of sunbeams or the perfect nap spot, with a healthy dose of superiority towards most other creatures. One afternoon, a frantic chirping caught his attention. It was a tiny robin, hopping frantically near the porch. Taylor knelt down, focusing. "My baby! My baby!" The robin's thought voice shrieked, laced with panic. "Fell out. Can't find." Taylor looked around. There, beneath a rose bush, was a small, fluffy baby robin, looking dazed and chirping weakly. It wasn't hurt, just lost and scared. "It's okay," Taylor thought to the mother robin, pointing gently to the bush. "Your baby is right there. I'll help you get it back up." The mother robin, still frantic, seemed to understand his intent. Taylor carefully scooped up the tiny bird. It was so light and warm in his hands. He climbed a small stepladder and gently placed the baby back into its nest in the hanging basket. The mother robin zipped over instantly, checking on her chick, and then sent a wave of grateful, comforting warmth towards Taylor. That was when it truly sank in. This wasn't just a cool trick. This was a gift that could help. He could be a silent guardian for the animals around him. As he walked back inside, Buster met him at the door, tail wagging. "Good human," Buster thought, nudging Taylor's hand. "Always helping. You know, that squirrel, Nutkin, was just telling me about a particularly good worm patch near the big oak." Taylor smiled. His secret was safe, for now, but it was already changing his world, making him feel less alone and more important than he ever had before.